Hello, Internet. Just for a minute, let's get to know me. Though it'll probably take more than just a minute. My name is Thomas Richard McGrath Jr., though I have been given many, many different nicknames. Some people have referred to me as the following: The Metal, Ghost, Spirit Walker, Sunshine, Spitfire, Tommy, most common right there. People used to refer to me as Nana-san, but not anymore. And there's a big story for that, but I'm not going to say it. Nokoyam, Shirtless Tom, Q-Tip, Paperweight, Orichalcum, That One Guy Again, and Psycho, among other things that I cannot remember, so that's about the list you get. And don't ask me where any of those names come from. I might know maybe one or two, but that's what people have been calling me over the years. Out of all the thousands of people I've met, and maybe the 100 or so that I've actually gotten to know. I was born in Perth Amboy, New Jersey, but I was raised practically my whole life in Dallas, Texas area, which means I've learned to hate the heat. I am very, very temperature tolerant, but I still just hate the heat. A lot of sun in Texas, and I'm very fair-skinned, so I burn easily. The sweat gets in my eyes from my brow very easily, so it's just, no matter how tolerant to the temperature I am, I don't like getting sweat in my eyes. I've spent most of my childhood walking around town. It's like a passion of mine to walk. I like walking, and I love walking with people, because when you walk with people, you have conversations and you get to know them in a way that you never would if you were just out for lunch or just doing different things. You get to know people on a level that you don't get to know when you walk. Plus, walking shows that you haven't been so caught up in your life that you have to do everything in a really fast pace and don't have time to just chill for a moment. Everybody has these tight schedules, and I hate tight schedules. I hate not having anything to do, but I hate tight schedules, which is why I wish I had a loose schedule and I just walk everywhere. Religiously, I'm a Christian, but don't let that be off-putting or anything, because I don't believe in tolerance, but I don't believe in hating anybody for just, the fact that they're sinning. Face it, we all do that on a daily basis anyway, every one of us. We all lie, and we all steal in some way, and anybody who says they're not is just lying to you right there. And to condemn one person for one thing in an outrageous behavior, you'd have to condemn everybody for everything. And it's better just to love each other. Except the Amish. They think they're better than me. I usually try to solve things diplomatically. I'm not one to start a fight, but I will finish it, and I love fighting. Which is why I prefer sparring. Sparring, you're not actually trying to hurt each other, but trust me, if you're sparring with me, you better be able to take a beating, because I get a little rough, and I expect the other person to get rough too, so I expect to take a bit of a beating. It's just, how things are. It's a fair warning. But there's just a part of me that loves the, not even adrenaline, because I don't really get into that adrenaline rush when I fight. It's the brain process that happens, and the way I start thinking and reacting to things, and just love fights. I don't know why. I'm crazy that way, I guess. But it helps me calm down the rest of my day and make me not do extreme things that could be potentially dangerous to myself and or others. I like the challenge. I mean, I don't understand people who go the easy route on things or anything like that. That even if I know for a fact that I'm going to fail, I will still give it one last try anyway, because there's always that chance I might succeed. And that's part of the thing I see with a fight, is that no matter how big the person is or how strong the person is, or how smart they are, or how fast they are, I'm still going to give it a shot anyway. And that's probably why I haven't lost an actual fight in about 5 years or so. Probably longer. I just don't have a good enough memory to say that for sure, and I don't want to, disillude anybody. I really like singing. I do not like the sound of my own voice at all, even though I tend to talk a lot. I just like singing. I think everybody, whether they think they're good at singing or not, should sing. It's just a personal opinion of mine. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Every single person has the ability to do something, whether they're good at it or not, and should at least give it a try. It's like, I think everybody should sing along in the car if they know the lyrics. If you don't know the lyrics, don't sing along, and maybe just stick to when the chorus comes around. Because it's kind of annoying when you're just going, or like I know a lot of people who like to sing the song "Come Sail Away" by Styx, but nobody knows the lyrics to it that I know, and none of them can hit the pitches, which I don't mind that, as long as they're trying. But nobody knows like the lyrics. You know how it goes. I'm sailing away, and stuff like that, and they don't know the lyrics to it, and I could sing that whole song if I want to. I don't have the time, but everybody was like going, and then when the chorus comes around, they're like, come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. And they'll be like all strong, but they won't sing the rest. I like dressing in layers, not because I think I'm fashionable, not because I have a style of my own or anything. I just find it comfortable and less boring to be dressed in layers. Other people are like, oh, it looks good and stuff, but I don't do anything because it looks good. I hate people, but I love individuals, and let me explain this. People as a whole are stupid, wild, unruly things that cause panic, riots, freak out, and do the most retarded things ever. But an individual person can be smart, funny, and get along with other individual persons just fine. But I like having small groups of people, because it's like a small group of individual and it's still not just a rate of people. Which is why I like these Google Hangouts, because you get to meet a certain small group of people who are individuals. And if I'm confusing anybody, feel free to come over here and slap me in the face, because I tend to do that. My favorite colors are red and pretty much any derivative of it. Crimson, pink, standard, cardinal red, fire truck red, just any red. I would say black, but it is a pet peeve of mine when people say black is their favorite color, if people say white is their favorite color. They're not colors. I mean, artistically, they're shades and tints. Physically, through the array of light, they're either the absence of color or the presence of all color, which still does not make them a color. And if you say you're doing it physically because you don't like color, or because you like all the colors, I'm going to come over there and slap you with a trout, because it just pisses me off. I love playing video games. Honestly, I don't think I'm all too good at them. I'm above average player. I'm in the advanced category of players, but I'm not in like the elite category of players. And that's because I cannot play video games for too long because of like attention span issues. Not frustrated, because I like being frustrated. All it does is make me try harder until I eventually beat the boss, which is why I always play things on the hardest level. But just for some reason, I can't sit there and play video games all day unless I'm playing with a friend or something. If I actually took the time and sat there and played all day, I probably could be an elite player and play for money and stuff. I just do not have the will to do that at all. But some of my favorite video games involve classic platformers, RPGs, anything that involves strategy, and anything that can be co-op, just because I prefer to play with friends. And Animal Crossing. Can't forget Animal Crossing. I gotta love Animal Crossing. That game will frickin' steal my soul again when it comes out. for the 3DS. Speaking of physical traits, if anybody can't tell, I have blue eyes that change on a daily basis almost. They go anywhere between a gray blue to a teal, ocean blue, crystal blue. I don't know. It just changes. But they're pretty much always blue. And I have really, really light blonde hair. They call it platinum blonde, I guess. I just like it. And I'm 5'6", weigh approximately 110 pounds, which is way underweight. But my metabolism works so fast that it is really hard for me to gain any weight unless it is muscle weight, and then it's really hard for me to gain muscle weight because I'm, as scrawny as I am, I'm pretty much all muscle weight. I'm bone and muscle. I have like, pretty much 0% body fat. I am 19 years old. Because I hate my birthday. Even when I do turn 21, I do not plan on drinking. I don't condone anybody who does drink. Personal preference. I have certain psychotic tendencies. Even when I do turn 21, I do not plan on drinking. Also don't want to smoke, even though I'm old enough to do so, because it is disgusting. I used to play golf, used to do judo. I